Okay, guys. Of course, we've been talking about multiplying binomials and what that means. We talked about using FOIL, double distribution, um, all types of things. But we're going to go back over the distributive property. It says when you multiply polynomials, now you will multiply polynomials by using the distributive property. Yes, we did adding and subtracting, but we did not do this portion after it. So we're going to go back a little bit to make sure that we know how to apply this distributive property. Remember, the distributive property means to multiply the term outside the parentheses to everything inside the parentheses. All right, so it says multiply the following monomials using the distributive property into the polynomials. So when we have 2 times x plus 4, then what we do is take our 2, multiply by x, and then 2 multiply by 4. All right, so that this becomes 2x plus 8. And again, we get that from taking 2 times x plus 2 times 4. All right, so we distributed the 2. Okay. Pretty sure we know how to do that part. But then we get into some more complicated problems, and I want to make sure that we understand how to complete this. So for number 2, we have negative 3xy times x minus 2y. So here, in order to multiply this negative 3xy, we distribute it to the first term in the parentheses, then to the second term in the parentheses, so that it is negative 3xy times x minus negative 3xy times 2y. All right. Now, we can rearrange this in order to see that the x's kind of go together. There are 2 of them. The double negatives plus positive, so that this becomes 3 times 2 times x times y times y. So that's negative 3x squared y plus 6x y squared. And there we go. All right, I want you to try number 3. All right, now when we get to number 4, notice that there's distribution twice in this. All right, there's distribution twice. So there's distribution here, and there's distribution here. The best way to handle this is to take this minus sign and change it to plus negative 5a squared. All right, that'll make our lives easier when we're distributing. So this becomes 2 times a, and 2 times, if we want to say, negative 6. So that's 2a minus 2 times negative 6 is 12, so that's why I put minus 12. And then we take negative 5a squared times a squared and negative 5a squared times 3. So that this becomes negative 5a to the 4th, right? And negative 5a squared times 3 is negative 15a squared. And now we combine like terms if we want to, but there are no like terms here. So we just write the polynomial in descending order, meaning with the highest exponent term first, and then the next to the highest, and then done with it. So now I want you guys to try number 7. All right, and now we're going to get into some practice. The whole division of monomials just has to do with us dividing each term in the numerator by the one term in the denominator. So we could rewrite the problem as 7x cubed divided by 7x to the 4th minus 14x squared divided by 7x to the 4th plus 21x divided by 7x to the 4th. Now in simplifying, 7 divided by 7 we know is 1. So that just turns into 1 and 1. X cubed over x4, if we were to write this out, x times x times x, x times x times x times x, we just cancel out the x's, right? Or we can use the quotient property of the properties of exponents, and we're left with this 1x down here. So therefore, this becomes 1 over x minus, right? 14 divided by 7 is 2. And then here, x squared over x to the 4th leaves 2 x's in the denominator. So this becomes 2 over x squared. And if that doesn't make sense, why? Then multiply this out and you'll be able to see that there are 2 x's left in the denominator, which is why we have this. (21) divided by 7 is 3. So we have 3 in the numerator. X divided by x to the 4th. Remember, this is x to the 1. So that becomes x cubed in the denominator. So we have 3 over x cubed. And that's our final right here. All right, it's 1 over x minus 2 over x squared plus 3 over x cubed. That's the final. So in the same way that we broke up number 9, try number 10.